lot of you guys been asking us about our dog, Aria. We figured now is a good time to answer these questions. Her breed is known as a Samoyed. She is 3 years old. Her birthday is August 1st, 2015. The first common question we get is, where did we get her? We got her from the breeder White Magic Samoyeds. They're kid-friendly, loving, friendly, happy dogs. We decided to get a Samoyed when we were traveling in Australia. Our Airbnb host had one, and we fell in love with it.
Another question that we get asked frequently is, how did we train Aria? As an example, I think we're going to try to teach her a new trick right now. It's a little bit of a process, but she's a pretty smart dog. So we'll teach her a new trick, film it, and then kind of give you the highlights of it. For the dog training, I like to use kind of higher quality treats from the dog's point of view. So we have some rotisserie chicken here, and I'm just taking some of the chicken breast, and I'm gonna tear that up into little itty bitty pieces, just like that big. We are gonna learn kiss the baby. So I say yes every time after she does what I want her to do. I have previously taught her touch, where she'll touch my fingers. I'm gonna use that to transition to kiss the baby. Touch. Yes. So once she's doing that reliably, then I'll start using the word kiss the baby instead. All right, touch. Yes. Not quite. Touch. Touch. All right, so when she gets stuck like this, we'll just move back to something that she can do so she doesn't get too frustrated. Touch. All right, touch. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. So that time she actually did exactly what I wanted her to do. So I'm gonna give her an extra treat so she knows that that's kind of a big deal. That's what we're going for. All right, back up. We have a repeatable result right now. So I've been leading her to the objective with treats, but now I'm gonna try her doing the objective without a treat and then reward after she does it. Baby. Yes, good girl. Also, I suppose this probably gives her some positive reinforcement about being near the baby and getting treats. Alright, we'll continue this maybe in a few hours. Let the dog digest this a little bit, and maybe let the baby get a nap. You tired? You got dog hair all on your hands. We are going to shore right now to run some errands, take the dog to the dog park, so we'll show you what it's like. We try to take her to shore to do some sort of activity at least every other day because she's a working dog. She really needs to get her energy out or she's just unhappy and sometimes can get destructive. Ready, Aria? Get in, go. She's a pro. Good job. That's the whole family. I don't think you can do this by yourself. Ready? Almost to the dog park. The dog is ready to go. It's been a couple days since she's been to shore and she's kind of been a little bit annoying getting there, so this will be good. Sit. Wait. Wait. Free. Go get him. Your face under there.
No dog.
Alright, try to get the baby in here. Leaving the dog park now. And gonna go run a little bit of in-town chores. Oh, bright light, bright light. And then maybe we'll see if we can't get a skateboard in today. If not today, then definitely tomorrow. One of the most asked questions we get with regard to dog on a boat is, where does the dog go to the bathroom? Which is a fair question. when we can, we take her to shore, but obviously that's impractical if you're anchoring out, or if you're underway, or if you're on a mooring ball like we are, and we're 2 miles from the nearest dinghy dock. What we have set up, and this is a fairly common thing for boats, is a grass pad, a fake grass pad that the dog can use for the bathroom. Because we're on a catamaran, we put it on the trampoline right there. There's some pros to that, and that liquids just fall through. And starlets stay on top, and because they're out forward, the sun dries. And now, if she goes to the bathroom while you're out to sea, you can just throw the stuff overboard. If you're in an anchorage or something where it's more protected, you just bag them and take them to shore and throw them out when you have the opportunity. It's a pretty good system. Some downsides. Some downsides of this system are that, I mean, yeah, you have a big green spot on your trampoline or on your boat. If it doesn't rain for a while and if you don't wash it regularly, it does smell a little bit like urine. It's not great, but if you just tie some lines to it, throw it overboard, let it soak, pull it out, that tends to take care of the bulk of the problem. Other issues can be if it's like really bad weather or if you're underway and you're slamming, then it's just the dog doesn't want to use it at all, and you kind of got to stand up there and like coach her to like, you know, reinforce. Tell her you got to stand up there and let her know that it's safe and she's not going to fall overboard. We did train her to be cool with grass. When we were living in Austin, we had a grass pad on, it was actually real grass that you could mail order, but we put a grass pad on a platform outside on our apartment balcony, and she could use that. And we had her do that from a very early age, from puppyhood, knowing that she was going to have to transition to a boat grass pad. So she was kind of, she got good at figuring out that that's her spot. She'll hold it if she kind of thinks we're going to go to shore, but as soon as she knows we're not going to shore, she'll use it. So that is the doggy bathroom situation. Come on. Yay! Good job. Sit. I know. So some other questions that we get asked. Can she swim? Yes, she can actually swim very well. Here's some video of that. On top of that, she doesn't actually jump off the boat. She doesn't jump into water, so that's good. She doesn't try to go flying from the boat if she sees dolphins or anything. How is she with the baby? She's good with the baby. At first, she didn't even really seem to care about the baby. She was just like, okay, it's a thing, whatever. Now that the baby's becoming a little bit more interactive, she goes over to Kira and sniffs her, and but Kira's in that stage right now where she just grabs and holds on, and I don't think the dog likes that much. So once that starts happening, she kind of excuses herself from that. Does she get seasick? Yes, she gets seasick. Not all the time, but she doesn't do well in channels, and it's hard to tell a dog, hey, sit up and look at the horizon. I mean, they don't do that. So she's gotten sick a few times in like choppy, like ICW when you're going over the sounds, and it's like, you know, 3 mile cross sounds in Georgia and it's choppy, or going out of channels. Channels always suck. But she really, really, really loves going on the islands, running around and trying to find lizards and crabs and stuff like that. How does she do in the heat? That's a very common one. She actually does really well in the heat. Before living on the boat, we lived in Texas, and she did fine in Texas. Honestly, the long hair kind of acts like a wetsuit in reverse. It keeps the cool air in and reflects all the sun rays. So she's actually pretty good in the heat. And if it's ever too hot, just get her wet, and her fur holds on to the moisture and slowly bleeds off the heat that way. Does she shed a lot? Yes. Oh, sorry, I'm yelling in your ear. She sheds a fair bit. I'd say she's a average shedder, except for once a year she has a blowout, and then she's like a sheep where like and just big chunks of fur will come out, and that's a bit of a pain. For grooming, we hand groom her. It's really not as bad as you think. Her fur tends to stay pretty white on its own, and even if she gets dirty, the dirt just kind of falls out. It's very strange. She doesn't stay dirty for long. Other than that, we brush her once a week, just to kind of keep her from getting knots in behind her ears or around her tail and stuff like that. It's really not that much work, all things considered. With regard to taking her to other countries, each country has its own rules. So far, we've only taken her to the Bahamas. That wasn't part of the U.S., and that in of itself was a hassle. those are really a case-by-case basis thing. There's really no general advice that you're gonna be able to give, other than like you're gonna have to take them, get shots and checks and stuff like that. So with dog training, you also want to take opportunistic moments to reward the behavior that you're training for. If the dog does do the thing that you're training for, then you give them a big reward, say the trigger word that you want, and give them a treat. And we've been doing this opportunistic rewarding with regard to the trick that we've been doing, and this is the results that we have right now. Kiss the baby. Yes, good girl. Kiss the baby. Yes, good girl. That was a half kiss. What do you think of this trick, Kira?
Home. Home.
Alright, so we're going in for a trash run and a dog run. Fun fact, Arya is actually named after the character Arya Stark from the books and TV show Game of Thrones. We decided that that was both a name that we liked and a character we enjoyed, so that's where Arya's name comes from. Arya's breed is a Samoyed, we said that. The breed is from Siberia. They use the breed to pull sleds, herd reindeer. They use their fur for making clothing, and they actually bred them to be family friendly, so that they would sleep in the beds with the children to keep them warm at night. So Samoyeds are bred to be very friendly, very domestic, but not very territorial. There's like very, very little aggression in most Samoyeds. And that tribe, that tribe in Siberia, they were the Samoyed tribe. So that's where the name of the breed comes from. So at present, my skateboard is out of commission, so we're using this bad boy. This is Jessica's pink and black skull skateboard. So this will do the job to get the dog walked. That's it. Thanks. So as you can see, there's some cute little neighborhoods near the dinghy dock here in Garrison Bight area of Key West. I run the dog around until she stops running like a maniac, and kind of have to skate alongside of her. When I've done that, she's good to go for the night, and she will basically just be a good dog for the rest of the day. I mean, she's always a pretty good dog, but I'm a firm believer that a tired dog is a good dog. So, yep, this was a good little run. Hope you enjoyed it. I know Arya enjoyed it because she's at a walk now, not even a trot. One more tip that I just remembered: get a harness that doesn't have any metal on it, because when the dog goes swimming, it'll inevitably rust and get all over the dog. So our harness only has plastic on it. Very useful. Or leash, or collar, whatever. All right, sit. Okay. So you saw the dog coming in and how she was kind of all over the place because she was excited. Now check her out. Good girl, Arya. All right, up, go. Good girl, yes.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Arya has the most viewed videos on our channel. And we get questions like almost every day about her, so we were overdue making this video. Her Instagram is arya.samoyed, if you want to follow her.
Yep. Please thumbs up the video if you liked it, and consider subscribing if you're new here. Thanks for watching.